When the stroke hit me in April 2013, it rearranged my face because my jaw went like this. And my speech was like this. And the third one was when my jaw went like this, saliva was drooling out on the right side of my lips here. And I was wondering why it was happening that way.
When he started talking, napuputol, nag-stam yung boses niya, parang kastoy ti kasta mga so eh. Ipanak man, ipanak jay hospital ngin hanga diretso ti kasta mga sao.
I want the lips.
Yeah, jay. Parang ganun.
Hi, welcome to this channel where solutions to stroke attack effects are being uploaded, and hoping that when you see them you'll be motivated to start your own rehab or recovery, or if you are on your way, I hope that these ones will be added to your routine so that you will become much better in a faster way. Have you ever been to a dentist when he said that open your mouth, and when we keep our mouth open while he is cleaning the teeth or extracting a tooth, what happened is our jaw has to remain still, the tongue has to remain still, even the assistant has to hold this in place so that there will be less injury that will happen inside the mouth. But one thing that we notice when we have our mouth open and the jaw does not move, the tongue does not move, is that saliva gathers at the bottom of our jaw, and the assistant has to dab it with cotton to absorb the liquid. So in comparison, or getting a similarity with that action there, it is the same with us stroke survivors and patients. When our jaw is affected by stroke, the tendency is that our lower jaw remains still, doesn't move, and even the tongue also doesn't move if it was affected by stroke. And so what happens is that because the saliva can't go in, we can't swallow it yet, it goes out of our mouth, and that is the drool that comes there. Perhaps the solution to my drooling, or to the stoppage of my drooling, was I kept talking to my nurses whenever they came to my bedside and gave me all those medicines, and I kept asking them what they were placing in the IV tubes, what food is being prepared for the day, and other questions. I believe that was the beginning of my jaw being kept loose. I only became more concerned with that when I look at the mirror and I noticed really that this one went that way. Oh, how is that? No, it went that way, yeah, right. And I tried to manually return it that way. I push it that way, but this jaw is quite difficult to push, to push like that. So I have to devise a way to open my mouth, and this is what I'm going to show you right now. But before we go into that, I have divided this exercise into two classes. The first one will be the mechanical, the moving of the jaw itself and other things, and the second one will be the phonetic side. So let's go to the mechanical. So when I saw that my jaw went that way, I thought of going the opposite. So I did it this way. So from here, I do this way. There. So, I was thinking then that if I will go the opposite, then perhaps this one will loosen and go that way, and then my jaw will center up on this one here. All right. So that's what I did. That's one. I just did that way. Okay. And the second one was I have to open my mouth wide also, so that this lips here or this flesh here will be stretched and kept loose also. So it doesn't matter how I did it and how I opened my mouth. I just really open it like this, like that. And then I also have to close it like this, like that. Then I also smiled lip from ear to ear, as they say. So I did like this, I like that. So that's mainly what I did. I opened my mouth, close it also, turn it around like that, like that, like that, and that helped a lot loosen this flesh here, and also, I manually massage this flesh here just by doing like that. There. I just press it in any which way, just so that this flesh here will become loose, like that. There. I also did it like that. There. Like this. So, this is all for the purpose of loosening the flesh as well as the jaw itself, so it will not be locked. So I have to go this way, I have to go that way. You try that and see how it feels on you, and tell me how it is. You write down your comment below and tell me how you feel about that. By the way, this is also a good exercise, especially when you are feeling your blood pressure going up and you feel that this neck portion here is becoming tense. Do those exercises. You open your mouth, you close it, you smile, you go that way, like that, and you will feel that this one here will feel a little bit relaxed, and you will be okay. Now that we are done on the mechanical aspect of improving and removing, controlling the flow of saliva from our mouth by physically exercising our jaw, it's time for us to go to the phonetical side, where the tongue is the concern also. Since we cannot pull our tongue and then exercise it like that, we have to practice it in such a way that it will twirl, twist, turn, goes up, goes down, goes to the side, goes anywhere. It depends on how it is, and it will only be through speaking alpha, beta. So can we try? So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Have you heard them correctly, or would you rather let somebody else recite the letters and you compare how you recited or pronounced them to see if you have pronounced the words properly and the same as that person who is reciting with you? So that's one way of exercising the tongue. Because when you say A, the tongue kind of recedes, or it forms into a figure that pronounces the letter A, and also B, C or D, or say you say Q. When we say Q, the tongue goes like a letter U inside the mouth, and that's how it is exercised. The next level of exercise is by pronouncing syllables. And syllables are what makes words. When we mix them together, they can make a word. And of course, when we say words, it will have a better meaning. And as we go on, we combine words, they become sentences. And when we say our thoughts in sentences, then we will be understood. But first, it has to start from a letter, which is the alphabet that we did earlier, and now it will be with the syllables. This phonetics here that I will teach you today is actually our way of saying the universal ABC. And this one is our national language formation or base formation, which we call the abacada. So there is still a similarity with that. So for example, this one here, in English, the natural way, this one will be pronounced as A, E, I, O, U. But in another way, in abacada form, it will be pronounced as A, E, O, U. So these 5 vowel sounds here will be the one that we will combine with the consonants in the ABC, and we will pronounce it like how we pronounce this one here. So A, E, O, U. So for example, we start with B. We will have this pronunciation, or we'll have the syllables here: ba, be, bi, bo, bu. Alright, so that's how it goes. And for D, we also attach that 5 vowel sounds, so it will be pronounced as da, de, di, do, du. Fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. Ga, ge, gi, go, gu. Ha, he, hi, ho, hu. And of course, we have what comes after H is J, so we say ja, je, ji, jo, ju. Although there are, since our language is affected by the Spanish language, so we can also say this one here as ha, he, hi, ho, hu. Any which way, as long as the tongue is getting practice, that is what is most important. Then we have the letter K, which takes the place also of Q, and as I've said, C. So this one is ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. So la, le, li, lo, lu, ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Na, ne, ni, no, nu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Sa, se, si, so, su. Ta, te, ti, to, tu. And then V. So we'll include this one here. Although V and B, we pronounce them more as B rather than V. But for our tongue's practice, we will pronounce it as va, ve, vi, vo, vu. And the X sound, which comes out, we pronounce it more as a letter S sound. So we say sa, se, si, so, su. And of course, W will be wa, we, wi, wo, wu. And the last one we have here is, or rather next to the last is, you have Y, which is ya, ye, ye, yo, you. And the last letter, of course, is Z. Again, we change Z to S sound. So, but for our tongue's sake, we will say za, ze, zi, zo, zu. So that's the alphabet, the abacada there. And from there, we can combine those syllables with other syllables, like we combine ba and le, so it will be spelled as B-A-L-E, and it will be pronounced as bale. Another one could be T-A and then L-E, or ta and le, it will be pronounced as tail. So you can combine any of the syllables with the other letters and pronounce them. It doesn't really matter at the moment if what you're combining is exists in the language or the English language. What matters most is that you are practicing the tongue to really twirl, go up and down, go to the side and like that, so that it will become soft and flexible. At the same time, it will be strong. Because my experience was that where on the first week of my attack, my tongue became thick, and it was like a bar of soap that shortened, and it really went near to my throat here. Especially when I am lying down, the tongue recedes and I really can't pronounce words properly. I was just simply like that. Okay, so we have to keep the tongue limber. We have to keep it long, keep it flexible and strong, so that we will be able to pronounce words properly and we will be understood, which is the main purpose of why we practice this sort of exercise. So in the next cut will be an example of why it is important to be able to be understood. So I'm gonna buy, manyagat ka lakla kayo?
Puto, tsaka 80 po.
Ano may isa?
5 pesos isa.
Oh.
Kuraw 80 po.
Manuti 20 tipo raw.
Upat, sir.
Upat man nga rot.
Tapos, ilasin ko dyan yung sir.
Ah, sige. Okay.
Salamat, sir.
Salamat. So, this is a demonstration of me practicing my speech if I am understood. So, if the completion of the transaction means that the lady who was selling this street foods here understood me. That's why I was able to get this from her, or she was able to give this to me as my food for this morning after doing something. So one way of tasting if our speech is quite okay is by what you call this one here, talking to vendors who are selling things here and see if they understand what we are saying. But if they don't understand it, then it means that we have to improve those sounds that we are hard up in pronouncing, so that when we converse with other people again, then we will have a nicer time talking to them. If you like what you saw in this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody who also needs it. If you are new to this channel, subscribe and click also the notification bell, so that whenever I upload a new video, which is on a weekly basis, and you will be the first to be notified about it. Thank you very much for watching.